And we got some more content, you know what I'm saying? Another banger, you feel me? Shout out to the bro C-Bake for dissecting the Sinister 6 in this video, man. You know what I'm saying? His link will be in the description for his channel and for this video. I want to know how he's going to dissect the Sinister 6. I want to know how he's going to break them down, you know what I'm saying? I think he's just going to be telling the backstories of each villain, basically. That's just my opinion. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to review the video during and afterwards. We're going to try not to talk so much, but I already know we're going to be talking during the video. You already know that's going to happen regardless, bro. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do the damn thing.
Maybe the Sinister 6 isn't so bad after all? Okay, still mostly bad, but not totally.
Shout out to Evan too for
Hey,
putting
Chris
me on with this
Baker
video.
here. Lots of cool Spider-Man PS4 stuff released over the past week.
Yes,
but one
sir.
thing stood out to me as particularly interesting. The combination of a few things new and old, actually. Fair warning, while I only ever allow myself to deal in facts that have been officially distributed by Sony or allowed to be distributed by the press, some of this does come from a comicbookmovie.com article shared from their advanced copy of the tie-in novel Spider-Man Hostile Takeover by David Liss. You can read this lead-in to the game's story starting Tuesday, August 21st. I'm only going to speak to one sentence from the article, which I only consider to be a minor spoiler, so I'll warn you once I get there.
That's fine.
First, thanks to Brad on Twitter for pointing out to me that new villain bios are up on PlayStation.com right now. I checked them out and read them all, and a couple running themes throughout each bio stood out to me. Beyond simply offering an idea of who these characters are traditionally, Vulture being Flying Guy, Electro being Electricity Guy, that kind of thing, an additional more game universe-centric fact for each character is presented, as well as a certain trio of words used very often. At the end of it all, just from these bios and one little bit of knowledge from Hostile Takeover, I think we not only know who a certain mystery sixth villain is, we also have a better idea of a supervillain plot that may not actually be totally villainous. Not entirely, anyway. Very quickly, let's check out those three words that keep popping up. Sinister. Master. Plan. I'm going to let you draw your own conclusions here. If you're totally baffled, just a little bit of research could answer a burning question about this game for you.
Yep.
I believe Handy from The Tick put it best.
Read a book!
Amazing Spider-Man issues 31 through 33 to be specific.
Yep.
But now let's take a closer look at those bios, shall we? And I'm going to rank them in terms of, believe it or not, seemingly righteous motivations. The most genuinely sinister of the bunch seems to be Electro, whose bio indicates he basically wants to be Superman back in that weird late 90s era when DC tried to convince us they were changing the world's most iconic superhero to a fully electric being for good. Yeah, that didn't last so long.
At all.
The biggest difference here is that Max Dillon just seems to crave more power for the sake of being bad.
Right.
At about that same level of nastiness, we have the only one of these supervillains without one of those three words in their bio, Scorpion. Seems his reason for joining the Sinister Six is rooted in clearing his name. This could indicate he wants to go straight, but there's certainly no guarantee of that. I will admit, the only person I can think of who might actually have the power to clear his criminal record is the same man I think the Sinister Six is primarily after.
Yep.
More on that in a bit. Let me know if you have any ideas on how Matt Gargan's name could be cleared for good.
Osborn.
Meanwhile, Vulture has a bit of a tragedy behind his own game universe bio. Apparently, his suit gave him spinal cancer, and he's joined the team with the promise of that being cured. Can't really fault him for wanting to save his own life, I guess, and it stands to reason he'd want to hang up his wings after all this is over.
That shit not
Next,
happen.
Alexei Sitsevich's bio says he wants to shed the protective coverings and thuggish reputation as the Rhino.
Right.
That's not exactly saying he wants to leave his criminal days behind, but it's close. As a bit of a side bio, let's take a look at the one I'm featuring here who isn't in the Sinister Six, Shocker. His bio does actually mention that something more sinister has motivated Herman Schultz, so he's still connected to all of this. And did you catch which Sinister associate he's probably most closely linked to as indicated by the E3 demo playthrough? Watch this.
Spider-Man, Shocker has escaped, and now
now he's robbing a bank on East 31st.
What happened? I thought he was behind bars.
He was, but one of the guards just walked up to his cell and released him, then gave him his suit back.
I knew Shocker
I remember
was working
that.
for someone. What did you get out of the guard?
Wish I could ask him, but he's dead. Whoever made him release Shocker didn't want any loose ends.
Damn.
Looking at the security footage, the guard was in some kind of trance. And it might have been the lighting, but it looked like his eyes were glowing.
Well, that's crazy. Okay, I'll see what I can get out of Shocker when I get to the bank.
Sure sounds like that guard was corrupted by Mr. Negative to me.
Facts.
And speaking of Martin Lee, our most virtuous of this sextet of supervillainy might just be Mr. Negative. Hear me out. And know that one semi-spoiler from Hostile Takeover is about to be revealed. Ready? Here goes. Comic Book Movie reports that Martin Lee isn't a big fan of Norman Osborn.
Okay.
This may not sound like much, but it fits nicely with his bio statement that he's obsessed with exacting revenge against a high-ranking New York City official whom he believes is responsible for his corruptive abilities. Sure sounds like Norman Osborn to me.
Facts.
But wait, there's more. This was me way back in my first Spider-Man PS4 video after E3 2017 revealed the big role Mr. Negative plays.
I was bugging.
And this exchange right here I find really
Why are
interesting.
you doing this?
Because no one else will!
The way Mr. Negative is talking right there, it makes it sound like he's doing something noble, or at least
Exactly.
he is. There's really no sign of that in the comics. He's pretty much just a really bad guy when he's Mr. Negative. So
He doesn't
I
have
wonder
a,
if they're
you
going
know,
to kind of change his persona
foundation.
a little bit. Maybe he'll have some kind of twisted but somewhat relatable cause, like Magneto or somebody like that. It all makes sense now. The thing that no one else will do is end Norman Osborn's corruption. It also helps account for how Mr. Negative seems to go between his Negative and Martin Lee forms almost at will, which is way more than he does in the comics, at least early on. What if his two halves have made a deal? The good man Martin Lee has it out for Osborn, so much so that he lets his bad side take over and do whatever it takes to end Osborn's corruption over New York. As a result, the Mr. Negative side has fewer things in the way of becoming the new Kingpin. And the Martin Lee half will figure out how to stop that once Osborn is out of the
That's
way.
interesting.
In fact, I think the Sinister Six's key mission is a grudge against Osborn. Spidey's just in the way of it all, so they have to
Right.
fight him. On that note, who's the one to hold off the other four at the prison break from further hurting Spidey?
That's what I'm trying to
He
figure
said
out.
not to kill him.
Good idea.
That's the Martin Lee half speaking up. As for the guy they're working for not wanting to hurt Spidey anymore, that's super potential spoiler city, and I don't want to go there just yet.
Facts.
Ask me again in October or something.
Hey,
This is
yo,
likely my
C-Bait,
last
bro.
Spider-Man PS4 related video before the game comes out, but I didn't think I'd be making this just 24 hours ago, so who knows. Anyway, don't forget to follow Spider-Ham's advice, and I'll see you next time, whenever that is.
Hey man, great video, you know what I'm saying? This boy C-Bait came with that fire, bro. Shout out to Evan Falaka for putting me on with this video too, bro. He told me about this video in the stream. He was saying I should check out C-Bait, you know what I'm saying? And this is pretty sick, bro. I heard C-Bait worked on a couple of games and stuff like that. And in the past, we got a lot of information about the Sinister Six on like the reason why each individual is a villain and are working with the Sinister Six. It's crazy as hell how Vulture caught spinal cancer from wearing his suit, his wings and everything. You know what I'm saying? Scorpion want to clear his name. Bro, this is insane, bro. This is beyond me. Electro, he just want more power, basically. So that's crazy, bro. This is insane. They all going after Osborn. I don't know why. I guess he just got a corrupted system going on, you know what I'm saying? But this is very interesting, bro. I'm gonna read all of this tonight. The prequel book should be sent to me today, so we're gonna definitely check that out. But I might not read a lot of it because a lot of people have been saying there's spoilers in it, so I might read it after I beat the game. That might be the best bet for me. If you enjoyed this video, want more content, more streams, more gaming, news, reaction, everything, bro. Everything. If you just want everything from the channel, bro, more content in general, like this video. subscribe to the channel if you are new, and please turn on notifications to get notified when I upload and stream, man. You already know what it is. Yes, sir. New mic on the way in 2 days. It should be here in 2 days. So yeah, man, stay tuned for that. We're gonna be straight with the quality of our videos now, man. Witty fam, we lit. Spidey Squad, we lit, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy Joseph Witty, man. I'm out of here. Alright, y'all, this is what I think. Me personally, I think the map is gonna be bigger because of like the hunting situation, alright? So there's different areas, right? You know what I'm saying? And just like Far Cry, for example, if you play Far Cry, you know there's different areas where you can hunt certain animals and certain fish and stuff like that, you know? Honestly,